ils m'ont poignardé dans le cœur. Car quand je me dresse, ils tremblent. Je viens dire tout haut ce que beaucoup pensent tout bas. Je suis la voix des sans-voix. Dis-leur que je fais dans l'insubordination. Refuse comme chie dans les bottes. Je ne porte ni menottes, ni chaîne, ni camisole. Sinon ma plume est morte. Justice, paix font partie de mon escorte. Dis-leur que ma...
Greeting to our viewer, my name is Kapidiangu and I am your host. Today on Revelation, Umoja for Africa celebrates their graduation of the knitting and cooking course, and they also celebrate their 20 years of existence. Watch what comes next on Revelation.
We are proud of our students, and we also having our knitting class. The knitting class can also follow if they are here. Not only into clothing, they are also into knitting. So those ones, they are also our students in the class. Let us encourage them. They are making nice stuff. Those are our students in knitting class. Wow, you can see Mama Lillian is also learning how to knit. I'm sure she's going to make jerseys for our grandsons and granddaughters. Those are our students. We also are offering also in cookery to the director of Umoja, Mama Lillian Mukidi. When she's coming forward, let us clap our hands. This is the director of Umoja, Lillian Mukidi. When she's coming up, let us clap our hands, we encourage her. Let us clap, Don't stop. Let us encourage this
I don't want to be too emotional, but it has been a long journey. Since 2002 to 2022, 20 years of serving. Today is one of the greatest days of my life. And I'm so delighted with the grace and privilege to celebrate this moment with you. Before I can carry on with the excitement, I would like to thank you and honor this double celebration, which is our 20-year celebration and our graduation. I also will take the opportunity to acknowledge the presence of some organization partners who have decided to be with us all the way. The Jubilee Community Church, where we are, this is where the organization started. We work under Jubilee. Jubilee have helped us for more than 13 years. We were working at the back in some of the rooms here. Umoja started here, and they have been always with us, always support us, somewhere, somehow. It's actually also my church. I'm so grateful to all my pastors and my elders. We have the Grace Church. It is my brother's church, where Mama Vivi is also the pastor. They have been a great support for us. There was a time when we moved from Jubilee, we were working at the Grace Church in one of their buildings. We have partners, the activist education Development Center. I don't know if they're here. They're supposed to be here. Maybe they're late. Movement for Change this one is in Kailicha. Movement for Change for Social Justice is also in Kailicha. They always support us financially and sending students to us from, I think we've partnered with them for more than 5 years now. Scalability Center has been amazing. For the past 2 years, they have been supporting us. Abonnez Society, the WWA, it's Meritan, it's All World, I think, All Women World Africa, something. I'm sorry if I did not pronounce it right. The UNHCR, through COVID-19, we did a lot of work. We thank you, and thank you, Karen, for being part of this celebration. We have Voice of Africa. I just met my friend. He's also part of the, I think we're going to start something new with them. We have Voice of Africa, yes, Voice of Africa. Rockbar, they're not around. These women, we did also a lot of work through the Mowbray maternity. We've been making masks, bags, and distributing at Mowbray maternity and food parcels. We have Beautiful Ashes. It's also an organization through Jubilee Community Church, where they also send women who are out of prison coming to us for training so that they can be integrated. So I don't want to go through there are so many, I can't mention them all, but these are the major ones who are still with us. Thank you so much for all the partners. For those who knows my story, who had a chance to read my book, I don't know if I didn't really check it. I have a chance to read my book. I've come a long way in life of abuse and rejection. And my quest of overcoming my own desperation, I've come across so many women who have suffered similar issues, or in some cases, worse than my own. Life, it's not a way. Life is not a turning around. I've moved from my hometown and come to join some family members who had always established themselves here in Cape Town, setting a community that was so vulnerable. I started setting a community that is so vulnerable. Then I tried to work. My qualification, I did business and administration. I could not get a job. So I started by working on the street, selling on the street, doing cleaner job, whatever. By doing that, I could realize that the love of a woman, we are all struggling, regardless of where you come from. You can be local, you can be a refugee, but we're going through the same situation. Then I sat back and said, no, I have to do something. First for myself, then for my community. Then I said, I look around and said, what can we do? I never did sewing before. Then I decided, no, I need to go to a sewing school. There were no sewing schools at those days, in 1997, when I arrived. Then I found a refugee woman who could sew and come and train me. She was training me at the back in one of the garage. Then my sister also started training me, and I learned through them. So they said, no, the skill I've learned, I can pass it on. I started calling one by one. Then we started the group. I'm sorry we could not project that, all the pictures of where we started and where we are. So I started calling one by one. Then one day, I had 6 women as we were training. There was a guy who came and said, no, I heard about, there's a group of women who are doing sewing and beading at Jubilee. I was standing right by the reception. I don't get, not even know the man. So I looked at him and said, me. They said, oh, can you do this for me? And I looked and said, okay. I never say no. I said, okay, let me try. Then I sat 2 days trying. I said, I want to make this sample looking better than this one. So I started trying. And when it came, he said, no. Can you organize women for me? So wow, I have women. We started with 6. Then he said, no, I want 200. And in 3 days, the 200 was finished. He was expecting us to finish in 1 week. 3 days, no, can you make 1,000? And before 2019, we used to work about 50 to 60 women. They all, everywhere can go. People are coming from Park, people will come from everywhere in South Africa, just because there's a place where they can make something and get money for bread. This is how we started. And we encourage ourselves to know we need to now to promote the training skills. And even if we can't keep the women with us, we can allow that they can have a certificate to go and lecture. Today, we go in factories, we find 1 or 2 in each factories, there's a woman trained by Umoja. You go in the market, green market, there's someone who was trained by Umoja. Every day, people who now, they're now overseas, they'll call me, Mama, you know the training you gave me? It's helping me here. I look and say, who am I? I'm just, let me just express my feeling being a Christian. If you're not a Christian, allow me just to praise my God. I could only do this because I have someone who strengthened me. Amen. So it's not me. We made them. We did not buy them. The Umoja ladies made those statements. The gloves, everything. We're still going to make more and more. So come to Umoja, I'm telling you. It's time to learn new skills. Through Umoja, we've trained even the professors of university. They come, say, no, I know I'm a professor, but I need this skill. We've trained about 3 professors of UCT and Stellenbosch.
I want to call up the Queen, Miss Africa, Anita. She has an advice to our students. She'll give them an experience of what she's been through. She's going to encourage them that I know that this is not an easy road that they are taking, but through her experience, she's going to give them a tip that is going to help them for the future. As we welcome up our Queen, your hand in mine when she's coming forward. Thank you, Anita. Shalom.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for walking in. My speech would have been awkward without you. You all look amazing today. I would like to take this moment to share how great of an honor it is to be standing before you today. Thank you, my brilliant, for the opportunity. Firstly, I would like to applaud you all for making it to the ceremony. If it's not proof of your drive, your dedication and your hard work, then I don't know what it is. Today is a true definition of hard work pays off, and I would like to think you guys sacrificed a lot to be sitting here today. It couldn't have been easy. Setting goals for yourself and doing everything you can to make sure that you fulfill those goals is never easy. You should take pride in knowing that you defied the odds. You persevered and kept going and overcame oppositions, and you succeeded. I want to say congratulations to you on this milestone. I'm not going to be long. I would like to just share a few words of encouragement. This is what I live by. This is what I live by, and I would like to share it with you. Number 1, I don't let anyone make their experiences, their failures, and their fears mine. What I mean is, people will tell you, I tried this, it did not work out for me. Do not take that, you're not them, we are all unique. So you do not take other people's experiences and make them your own. Even family, my mother always say, no, I'm too scared for you to try that, but I always tell them, one thing you're not going to do, you're not going to make your fears mine. I wouldn't have been in South Africa today had I let her make her fears mine. So you never let anyone make their fears yours. Number 2, don't let other people's opinions stop you from dreaming and certainly do not let them stand in the way of you reaching your dreams. Number 3, go after what you want and remove anything and anyone standing in the way of you getting what you want. And number 4, don't be afraid to cut people off. We often want to hold on to our friends even though they no longer serve a purpose in our life or they're adding value. Don't be afraid to cut people off if it means you getting to go after what you want. And number 5, lastly, don't be afraid to walk in places you were told you will never see and demand a seat at a table if you are qualified for it and when you are qualified for it. Like I said, I'm not going to be long, so I would like to leave these words now for you. This is what I was going to live by. So number 1, stay committed to your goals no matter what challenges you face. You don't give up. Number 2, practice resilience and the ability to recover quickly from difficulties. Just because you fall sometimes, it doesn't mean you should stay down. You get up, you dust yourself, and you try again. Number 3, invite adversity and understand that things may not come easy. You're not going to reach your goals like this. You work hard, you fall, you try again, you never give up. Nothing happens overnight. And number 4, keep extending past your comfort zone. You will never know your limits unless you keep pushing. So comfort zone will be the death of you. Make sure you always get off your comfort zone. And lastly, set your goals. Set goals that make you uncomfortable, and then put yourself out there by doing things you don't normally do. And lastly, do not take no's and rejections personally. Always take them as not now, try again later, never give up. It is not God's timing. So the word I want to leave you today is you never ever give up. You keep on trying. Thank you.
Wow. Never what? Give up. Keep trying. You know, in this industry, it's quite tricky because you will find that some people will reject you, some people will reject your work, but don't let that discourage you. You need to keep trying until you get the right results. Thank you so much, our queen.
How are you doing, everyone? I'm happy to see a lot of beautiful people, women that are doing a progress for the future. But mostly I want to say, if there is anyone who got a phone call, can you please, I want you to call Mr. Price and call Goal and call what is going on. My money should need to be really arrested because I was one of the biggest clients of those brand. Wear them each and every day. Okay? Going on is like 6 grand a top. I wake up in the morning every day and run and get a top for them. But as from I came to the school last year, I finished last year, some of you may know me or some of you don't. As from I finished my school, I don't go to shop and buy any clothing. But I rather go to fabric shop and get a fabric and just sew my clothing in 4 hours, then I go. Wow. What Umoja is given to me because I came to Umoja as well, like every day, like you guys, knowing absolutely nothing. But then now, I have my own brand that I'm starting already. The name of my brand is Black Style and Designs. Wow. So as you can see, I'm wearing my own stuff now. Wow. So I just want to say thank you so much. And she said, don't give up. Don't give up. You know, sometimes you feel like things doesn't make sense. You wake up in the morning, you got your scissors, you got your tape measure, but you just feel like things doesn't make sense. Because you just have this pile of African attire in your wardrobe that you don't know who to sell to. Because you don't have the confidence yourself. You hear your voice first before someone hears yours. Before I hear you, before I see you, you need to see yourself first. Trust what you are doing. And then I'm telling you, you're not going to sleep with empty stomach. Because I don't sleep with an empty stomach now. Because of Umoja. Every day I have a bread to eat. If I don't have money for rent, I can make my money for rent in 1 week. only with full clothing.
Yeah.
So I was saying thank you so much, guys, and hope you're gonna keep doing that. If Mama don't die now, you need to.
This is one of the successful stories, and if you can go and Google and check next time, you will see his design. It's amazing. He makes bags, outfit. I've always been impressed, and I've must come and motivate our students. You can make it. If you did it, you can also do it. You may have a visit. Among the students, I just want to say thank you. I didn't want to do it before, I want to do it now. Some of them were sponsored by an organization called South African Refugee-Led Organization. The last group was sponsored by that organization, where the Western Cape chairperson. So, although they could not represent, I'm representing this ceremony, and very soon it's already in. It's just a matter of signing the contract. So you can stand up to represent the ceremony because they are the one who sponsors us. So proud to be in this network where refugees can do things for themselves. We raise funds and we support communities. With South African Youth Organization, we've sponsored about 10 organizations in the country. So we do it. We know those refugees, they used to say, no, refugee must be, they don't know anything, but we are now standing. We can do things. And we're going to include our local friend, South African, to do amazing things. Together we can change Africa. That's our aim. It's not only for Cape Town, not only for South Africa, we aiming to change Africa. I just came recently from the African Refugee Network. We're growing. Next year we're going to have a global refugee network in the Western Cape, probably next year. That means whatever people can call you, Makwili, whatever, say so what I am who I am. Give me names, the names cannot change me. Names cannot stop me from becoming who I am. People criticize, people insult, people. I was working in a dry clean where, those days in the Durbanville, with my qualification, I could not stand on the counter because I was black. And a black could not speak a good English. You have to be at the back. One day, one of the partners came and found me. I was collecting some garment, and he was so upset and asked me to go to the bank. I went in the toilet and cried. With my degree, how can I be humiliated like this? Then the next day he came and he wanted to have a talk. And he said, so I want to have a meeting just to stop us. All blacks cannot stand on the counter. I was looking at him straight in the eyes. The man could not look at me because I was so furious and upset and said, I know better than you. Then I looked at his eyes and he could not fix the eyes on me. He was like speaking and going around. Then later on, my boss came, called me, said, Lillian, that man was afraid of you. Why? I said, no, it's a South African. He even asked, where is she from? Because South African can't look a white man in the eyes. He said, no, I'm going to change that. My fellow South African will look at you in the eyes. So I start pulling up my fellow South African. We must not be afraid. We need to stand up for our rights because we know our rights. So this is just a bracket. Before we go to the graduation, I think we're going to start with the meeting. Eugene will call the names. Once all the meeting, when you call the names, you will get your So knitting class, while you're going?
I'm working with Mimi from her church, and it just blossomed, and my wife's a very well-known writer. First of all, she wrote about 7 or 8 books on pattern designing, which have been published internationally. And she gave some of these books to Vivi, and Vivi grew into this work with all this that she's taught and learned. Myself, well, you know, it's a very strange story. I come from the food and beverage industry. Just to be very quick about it, I contracted COVID, lost my smell and taste, and that was the end of my career in food and beverage. So, what do? Stuck in COVID at home. We got a little dog as a present, and it was middle winter, dog's cold, and I said to my wife, you know, we must get this dog a jersey. So where do you go? Everything is shut, nothing is open, nothing is working, and so I said, you know what, I'll knit the dog a jersey. My wife looks at me and she says to me, you can knit? I said to her, yes. I was taught to knit by my mother when I was this size. And kudos to my mother, she never gave up. Also like Lillian says, and you've said, don't ever give up, help, train, be with people, and she insisted that I learn all the skills, although I'm a guy, to do. Knitting, sewing, cooking, baking, and that's where my love came in food. Made this little jersey for the dogs, then it grew out to become a little company that we started, and I started making socks for people, and I bought a knitting machine. Knitting was very much in many years ago, and it's become sort of one of the things and one of the skills, I think, that disappeared. Sewing is always stayed there, but knitting became one of the things that people just forgot about, because it was done by ladies. Ladies did knitting. Ladies always stayed at home and knitted stuff. So with the change in our social circumstances, ladies also started growing. They started getting part of the business world, and that skill slowly started disappearing. And I don't think it's trained enough, because it's something that can really help people. You don't need much equipment. You just need a pair of needles and a ball of wool and a mind and some really thinking and working, and you can make something amazing. And you can build something out of it. So I must say, I then decided I need to grow this business. We called ourselves Mighty Long Dog because the dog we got was a little Dachshund, and we grew from that. We got the name for Mighty Long Dog. So I said to my wife, where do we start? Where do we get somebody to go? She says, well, let's contact Vivi. So we spoke to her about it, and she said, no, we must go and speak to Lillian. And then this thing grew. And suddenly, then we have a course in knitting. So I'm now stuck. What do I teach people? Where do I get things? What do I do? How do I start? I've never done this before in my life. So we got on to the first course, and we just started knitting. We had 7 ladies to start. They became 3. And so we went on the next course, and we ended up with a total of 7 people that are going to graduate today. I am so proud of you. Such an amazing job. So well done. And it is really so heartwarming to see that people really can reach out and really grow. Because it does mean you have to exercise your mind to do this. And it is just the simplest form of getting something done and earning something for yourself as well, and developing people into a skill. Thank you, Lillian. for all you've done and really for what you've done to get this course off the ground and to make it work. I am so proud to be part of this program, and I hope that it just grows further and more, and we empower people more to be able to do things for themselves and grow and just develop skills. And I think that's what it's all about. You're very right. Empowering people, becoming skilled and doing things. Thank you very much.
We're facing in our country right now. So what I do with these girls, I empower them, I inform them, because not everybody is going to inform them about what happens. What do you do if you get raped? What do you do if you know somebody that's been hit, that's going through financial abuse, that's going through emotional abuse, that's being physically abused at home? Where's the people that you go to? Who's the organizations that you reach out to? And these are what we're doing with these girls. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jessica. We are about now to give our certificates to our graduates. This is a special day. It's a special moment. It's quite exciting seeing somebody achieving something great, something that they're going to live with, something that they're going to.
Our next person is Nani. Congratulations, Nani. Well done. You can do it. Well done. Next person is Veronique. Veronique. Congratulations. You are one of the most inspiring people that I've worked with. You don't give up. You just do it. You come back and you always overcome and you do it. All right?
Sarah.
Well done. Congratulations. Also, difficult in the beginning, but you turned out to be a wonderful star in this. Well done. Congratulations. Congratulations, Marlene. Well done. Very well deserved. You are also, I mean, you're just such an inspiration. Thank you. Denise is not here today. She's not here. So we'll give her his name. And then my last person today, and the reason why I put her last is Abonnez. Now there's somebody that can live up to, if there's somebody that can live up to the standards and not give up, it's always coaching, and she also helped a little bit. And as a special gift to you, she stood in a few times to help, and what an amazing talent. This was such an amazing experience to go forward with, and you know, everybody always says, you know, don't get worried about what happens now. You know, you think something happens to you and it's negative, just wait. Down the line, it all comes together and you understand why it's happening. Thank you.
Is Vanny in the house? Teacher Vanny, please come forward. This is the main man. Yes. Let us clap our hands. You should see these people be praying because of this man. Thank you so much. Let us encourage him when he's coming forward to end this. Thank you, Teacher Vanny.
Good morning. You know my slogan. No, today you will not die. Today you are right. I don't like to speak a lot. I don't have much to say. I would like to say thank you to our visitors. First of all, they've come to honor you. Don't disappoint me. Remember, I always tell you, sewing is about practice. I'm dressing like the way I am now. I had already 8 orders this morning, just when I get off from my car. 8 orders. Alright? Don't put your certificate under the pillow. Alright? I don't want to talk a lot. So, where is Sandra? Stand up, please. She's one of the top achievers for the year. This place is very cold. I don't know why. Let me remind people here. When we were young, on the young ages, I know one of my sisters was willing to do the sewing. And people were discouraging her, telling her this is for people who are not wise. Yes, it was like that. Then one day, I told her, who told you those people who are doing sewing are not wise? Because this is where you must show up, you have a brain. So you can change the story today, because I know some of you, you come here with nothing. And today you can dress up yourself. So can't you be proud of yourself? Yeah. Right. So Sandra, one of the top achievers for the year. Can you move forward? I'm struggling with my voice here. So, Alphonsine is my assistant, she will take over. I don't want to take a lot, I'm struggling with my voice. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Our second one is Kati. Naweza. Julia. Dalis, she's not here today, she's at work. Celine. Veronique. Alice. Florence. Yolanda. Generous. Damaris. Now, thank you.
Thank you so much, Alphonsine. The good things of sewing course, you're going to be the boss of your own. And besides being the boss of your own, you will dress up smart. So if you can see me dressing up like this, it's my own. My husband always said, yo, you have so many clothes. What's wrong with you? Every day I make up one outfit. If I feel like dressing up, just go to the shop, buying a material, make up a dress. I don't get that dressing up. That's a good thing of us. So whenever you feel like making up something, don't hesitate. Don't be scared. Just cut it. Whatever is going to come out, focus.
Ils m'ont poignardé dans le cœur, car quand je